Jason in Fort Worth, Texas. It says here you think I'm off my rocker. How so, Jason?
Well, I understand you're a pacifist, and so as such, I don't expect that you would understand, the greater global war on terror. I listen to you, on occasion, and
thank you, sir.
I heard
our sponsors. Thank you.
Well, no problem. I know there's probably only 4 or 5 dozen of us, but the thing I take exception to yesterday, you talked about how we should have never gone into Iraq or Afghanistan in the first place. Mm-hmm. You do understand, and I talked to you about this about 2 weeks ago. I can't understand where you would take a position like that. It was a position only held by maybe single-digit number of people in America in 2001 that we shouldn't go into Afghanistan. Now, this is the same.
Yeah, Barbara Lee, I think, was the only person who voted against it in the United States House of Representatives. You're absolutely right.
This is the same Afghanistan, by the way, that, you talk about, well, if the Canadians came in, of course we would make war with them. Well, you have to understand, Tom, and you probably won't, but I'm going to, for your listening audience, I'll remind the listening audience that in 2000, or the 80, 84, the Marine barracks were bombed. We had 2 embassy bombings in the 90s under your boy, Bill Clinton. We also had the USS Cole that was attacked. Now, the USS Cole was attacked by Al-Qaeda.
The Marine barracks actually were bombed on during Reagan's presidency.
They were, yes.
And you recall what Reagan did after they were bombed?
What's that?
You recall what Reagan did after they were bombed?
No, educate me, Tom. What did they do?
He pulled all the Marines out of Lebanon. He said, "That's it, we're out."
Are you there?
Yeah, he said, "That's it, we're out."
The point is, Tom, is that when the Marine barracks were bombed, when the embassies were bombed,
when Reagan cut and run.
And I don't support that. Just like I didn't support Reagan giving amnesty to the illegals, and that's another issue for another time. But listen, when fascist Muslims made war against the United States, whether it was the Marine barracks or whether it was the first bombing of the World Trade Center or the embassy bombings of the USS Cole.
Then you find them, you prosecute them, you put them in jail, and you deal with them as the criminals that they are, Jason. This is not a foreign nation. This is not a foreign state. We're not talking Tojo and Hitler here. You're sounding like an idiot, Jason. Let me just say it right up front. Jason, just back off for a minute. 4.5 million human beings. You are a human being. Think for a minute about human beings. 4.5 million human beings have been displaced. Between 1 and 2 million widows were created by the Bush administration. 5 million orphans. Do you know any orphans, Jason? Do you know even one orphan? Jason, to hell with it. Thanks a lot for the call. I rarely lose it like that, but Jill in Ithaca, bring me down.
Hi, Tom. You're a class act, so if you lose it once in a while, that's okay.
Thank you.
I was lucky enough to meet you when you were here at Ithaca College a few months ago. And it just makes me crazy that
human beings are dying, and we're sitting around saying, "Oh, gee, well, I'm not going to redo the battle anyway."
Yeah, no, but see, they're not human beings to some of these people. They're just the enemy. They're
right.
So characterized. I mean,
they're objectified.
Our government and other governments are very good at doing that.
Yeah.
Call them names, towel heads, whatever, and then they're not human.
Yeah.
However, what I think Cheney and Rumsfeld should be in jail or worse, and they have some nerve talking about President Obama when both of them were responsible for letting Osama bin Laden get away in Tora Bora.
Oh yeah, and there was a member of Congress who just came out and said this last week. Who said that the reason why Rumsfeld, you're supposed to listen to your generals, right? Well, the generals said to Rumsfeld in Tora Bora, "We have Osama bin Laden trapped. Let's get him." And Rumsfeld and Cheney issued the order, "Let him go." Essentially, no, you can't have any more troops. No, we're not going to provide any logistical support. Why? Because they needed him to escape so that they would have a boogeyman, so that they would have a justification to invade Iraq. It's that simple. Jill, thank you for the call and for bringing up the topic. And we will continue with your thoughts and mine on this and other topics in just a moment. Right here on the Thom Hartmann radio program. Jason finally got my goat. I guess congratulations, Jason. Good on you.